Morelli. Who's going to get the drive? Will Marco Morelli do it as he did yesterday? He hasn't got quite a good chance. It's Rico Salmela.
Yeah, Salmela's got the run. He's neck and neck with Carpe. Morelli looks to slot into third, but
Morelli is into second place and already looking for a lead.
Rico Salmela was ultra aggressive yesterday, by far the most aggressive we've seen him riding in his Rookies Cup career. He did tell me he rarely goes through, nursed Rico out the way, who looks to go a little bit wide there and succumbing to the place of Alvaro Carpe.
And Morelli really has a season that's gone up and down. Brian Ahiarnya, this is how you do it in Rookies Cup.
Here we go then. Wow, Morelli takes the lead then from Carpe as they send it through. Rushkenhook up and no plan B. Leads the way, does Lightning McQueen.
Yeah, and he's got the 83 of Alvaro Carpe, the pole man, on his tail. There's Brian Ahiarnya right there behind Rico Salmela. Miles an hour in sixth before you flick it left here, back to third gear, and then through this right-hander. There's two fast sections. That was the quickest. That was the quickest, and then the run back to the start and finish. Also, you get up into sixth gear.
An impressive start to the race from Veda Ega. Said keep an eye on him. He's only lost one place from where he started on the grid so far. He was in both junior GP and here, but could this be the place that he turns it around?
And Brian Ahiarnya, you can see him there in third place, the middle of your screen. He has seen that Marco Morelli has jumped ahead now. He's opened up a couple of bike lanes.
Back to Ahiarnya, as you say, he knows he can't let the Argentinian get away. He was sensational to take the first victory of the season, and it's the fastest lap of the race from Ahiarnya. 144.. We've not yet seen the best of. Here is Veda Pratama. He is in 8th place, is the Indonesian. A real feature, up from 12th on the grid yesterday, battling for third, near enough all the way to the line, but he's bogged down a little bit behind.
Podium.
Oh,
and then of course
Ahiarnya, going a bit wide there. Sorry, Peter. Yeah, he had a big bobble. That was where he had his big front end fold yesterday, wasn't it?
I think it was, you're right, yeah. And he said that was, I said, was that skill or luck? Brian Ahiarnya. Brilliant stuff. Those onboard camera shots are absolutely superb. Oh, you can see that's the back end of Carpe. And
they had Holger Heider, one of the fastest sections of track that we visit on the entire Rookies Cup calendar. They've certainly caught him back up now, Morelli. I think his ambition of getting away from it all was chin down.
Right, and Salmela, one of the second yesterday, back into 6th place, ahead of Veda Pratama. Let's see if there is the 27 and the 11, and it's just stringing out a little bit in a different way to it. This is really, Morelli has stretched things, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And he's still got Carpe right on his tail, but the pace is strong, and
which is not far off the qualifying pace.
Right, that's right, and it's something that Brian Ahiarnya said. He said he was very comfortable at that pace. He thought he could run quicker if he had passed Alvaro. It's to go with Carpe and Morelli today, but it has stretched things. Not everybody can manage that pace, obviously. It's a very different race than yesterday.
So they weren't no one was doing a low one, far more comfortable, really making a break. They don't want a big group following all around and mucking up their ambitions for race winning glory. So here they are drilling the pace.
That group there and just looking at having a bit of a struggle to hang on at the moment. Let's hope he can do it. He's really he's lost the slipstream that far back. This is the second place group, and it's
here he is.
Good thinking, mate. Good thinking.
Not just a pretty face, me sometimes.
Right. And it's Argentina.
This is really impressive from all these riders. They have stepped it up, haven't they? But one rider who is learning all the time, Veda Pratama, is now leading that chasing pack. Can they work?
And we've just seen Daniel get a track limits warning. And as you say, you know, the pace is hotter, the track temperature is cooler, the wind direction is around. What the thing is that these guys, if they think the engine's going to be too cool and the temperature is low, they'll put some tape over the radiator to reduce the cooling effect. But that has a tape just a few corners ago.
And of course, before we had the introduction of the new Pirelli tyres, we had previously seen in Rookies Cup races a bit of a breakaway group at the start before they were then reeled in. Rookies Cup riders learning all the time, even in the race.
And nobody, after I spoke to after the race, spoke to all of the top 6 guys, the top runners, and nobody talked about tyre degradation in the race yesterday.
1-6 in the first group. The chasing pack is led by Pratama, and it goes all the way down to Ramersdorfer in 14th. Sullivan Mounsey leading the next set of riders, all the way down to Rocco Sessler in 20th.
Way, hasn't he, Morelli? He really, you know, he got away, but he's been unable to hold that advantage. He is now being slipstreamed by Carpe Peroni. Rico Samela, Uriarte, and most out of those guys. Yeah, and just while we're watching these Super 6 guys, you know, it's let's mention that Born Racers series that is now on TNT in the Born Racers series, a series of 6 programs that will fill the gap between now and Spielberg when we come back racing again. In
this group, I should say.
Ebb and flow, I think, at the moment. Let's just, as we said, Moodley was determined not to get punted back as he did before, so he's... But Moodley and Uriarte aren't a lot slow. It is just fractions. It'll be interesting to see just how it unfolds. We're now 7 laps remaining. We've just gone past half distance about it. That was an issue yesterday. They were all over the track, all of them, and slowing each other down. But that isn't what is happening now. It's Morelli who has the advantage. Carpe, Peroni, Salmella happy enough.
Last time around, Morelli was actually the fastest. I will be loving to speak to them after the race to find out what really went on, because Morelli, my suspicion is it's him who's just absolute.
Only fractionally the Uriarte Moodley on the back of Salmella, so they have gained a little bit. It'll be interesting to see. It was his own fastest lap of the race so far.
And Max Quiles, who got a victory in first race in Le Mans, first race in Mugello. If Morelli were to win today, he would join them as a 2-time winner so far this season. Really trying to catch him up.
I mean, you know absolutely that looking back at Moodley and Uriarte, there's no way they are holding anything reserve. If they can't keep in terms with this leading quartet.
Doing a bit of homework overnight, and they're just absolutely gunning for it. This is what it's about.
Yeah, that's right, it is. And Morelli is just superb. I hope I don't curse him like this.
I know, suddenly it's more sensible from the rookies than everywhere else, seemingly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here we go then. A couple of track limits warnings there, potentially coming in for the likes of Peroni and maybe even Morelli, who seem to the Argentinians. As Leonardo Zanni leading the way there ahead of Carter Thompson and then Veda Pratama. Christian Daniel Jr. fighting for 10th place. Boggio, Pugliese and Danish Ramersdorf.
Happened yesterday that he obviously knows something that they don't know. They can chase him, but they haven't looked like being able to get past him yet.
He outfoxed him onto the final lap. What's Morelli doing there? Is he doing anything any different or special to the others we're not quite seen just yet?
Well, that's right, and of course we don't know what gear they're running in, do we? Them now.
He's called him yet?
Yes, he's hit the fastest lap at 1:43.696.
Goodness me.
He has turned the wick up.
That's
now
half a second
this is
quicker.
what we want to see.
And he's picked off Peroni already. What can Uriarte do? Yes, series leader, the number 51 yesterday. He momentarily joined MXGP, doing a bit of grass.
He's shown any hint of where he could get past Morelli, because Morelli, touch wood, is inch perfect everywhere.
How clever is Carpe being, though? Although, what about Uriarte?
At the perfect timing, and Carpe might have got back past him, but he couldn't do it.
Absolutely quality watching this. It's 24 points the gap as the live championship there. We see that's not what it really is. Points on him heading into this second half of the season. We're past the halfway point yesterday of the year. This is when you need to start bagging as many points as possible.
That's right, and again,
iconic circuit of Assen, and they're being treated to perhaps what could be one of the races of the day in Rookies Cup. 10-wheelers to finish off the final couple of laps. It is still.
Brian Uriarte masih memimpin klasemen dengan 140 poin, disusul Carpe dengan 127 poin, dan Valentine Peroni dengan 117 poin. Seri kelima Red Bull Rookies Cup berikutnya akan dihelat di sirkuit Red Bull Ring, Spielberg, Austria pada 17 hingga 18 Agustus mendatang, bertepatan dengan MotoGP yang memainkan seri ke-11-nya di tempat yang sama. Veda Ega Pratama hampir meraih podium pada race pertama Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup putaran keempat yang berlangsung di sirkuit Titi Assen, Belanda pada 29 Juni 2024. Pembalap asal Gunung Kidul itu tampil begitu impresif sepanjang laga. Beberapa kali ia juga mampu memimpin di urutan terdepan. Kecepatannya konsisten, namun pertarungan memang sangat rapat. Begitu ketat dari awal hingga akhir. Nah, Veda sendiri memiliki momentum yang cukup bagus ketika memasuk dua tikungan terakhir. Ia di posisi ketiga namun sayang sedikit bersenggolan jelang finish. Sehingga Veda harus puas di urutan keempat. Dengan hasil ini, putra mantan pembalap di nasional Sudarmono itu mengoleksi 52 poin dan berada di urutan ke-8 klasemen sementara, terpaut 75 poin dari pemuncak. Hasil kualifikasi Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024 seri keempat yang berlangsung di sirkuit Assen, Belanda, Jumat, 28 Juni 2024. Pada seri keempat para pembalap Red Bull Rookies Cup melakoni 3 sesi sekaligus, yakni Free Practice 1, Free Practice 2, dan ditutup sesi kualifikasi. Pada sesi Free Practice 1, Veda Ega Pratama menempati posisi ke-12 dengan terpaut gap 1,604 detik dari Rico Salmela. Rico Salmela mencatatkan waktu tercepat di sesi FP1 dengan 1 menit 45,345 detik. Catatan waktu Veda Ega membaik di sesi FP2 dan menempati posisi ke-11 dengan catatan waktu 1 menit 45,920 detik dari total 10 lap yang dijalani. Veda Ega kembali memperbaiki catatan waktunya di sesi kualifikasi. Sayangnya, pembalap asal Gunung Kidul itu gagal tembus ke 10 besar dan harus puas di urutan ke-12 dengan 1 menit 45,317 detik. Dengan demikian, Veda Ega akan memulai race 1 Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024 di sirkuit Assen pada urutan ke-12. Sementara pole position diraih oleh Alvaro Carpe yang mencatatkan waktu 1 menit 43,858 detik disusul Rico Salmela dan Brian Uriarte. Rider muda Veda Ega Pratama, pembalap berbakat dari Indonesia siap kembali menggebrak di Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024 yang akan berlangsung di sirkuit Assen, Belanda pada tanggal 29 hingga 30 Juni 2024. Pembalap muda Veda Ega Pratama telah menunjukkan performa yang sensasional di seri-seri sebelumnya. Penampilannya yang gemilang ini mengantarkannya ke posisi di 10 besar klasemen sementara. Di Assen, Veda Ega bertekad untuk tampil maksimal dan meraih kemenangan pertamanya di musim ini. Sirkuit Assen terkenal dengan tikungannya yang cepat dan lurus panjang, yang cocok dengan gaya balap agresif Veda Ega. Pembalap muda Veda Ega Pratama terus bersiap untuk tampil di ajang Pekan Olahraga Nasional Si Aceh Sumatera Utara 2024. Berbagai persiapan terus dilakukan Veda Ega Pratama di sela-sela kesibukannya menjalani musim balap di Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024 di Eropa. Disinggung peluangnya tampil di PON mendatang, Veda yang pernah merasakan persaingan di ajang olahraga multi-event terbesar di Indonesia kala berlomba di Papua tahun 2021 silam mengaku, akan menunggu keputusan dari pelatih terlebih dahulu. Jika di ajang PON mendatang dirinya masih menunggu keputusan dari tim pelatih, apalagi di ajang RBRC. Veda bertekad untuk bisa meraih hasil maksimal dan memberikan kebanggaan bagi Indonesia di ajang internasional. Pembalap motor andalan dari Indonesia, Veda Ega Pratama, kian bersinar terang di Eropa. Pada seri keempat kejuaraan balap motor Red Bull Rookies Cup di sirkuit Mugello, Italia yang dihelat Minggu, 2 Juni 2024, Veda Ega tampil cukup mengesankan. Pada race 1, Veda Ega Pratama finish di peringkat kelima dan race 2 finish di posisi ke-8. Atas hasil itu, pebalap asal Gunung Kidul tersebut untuk sementara menempati peringkat 8 di klasemen pembalap dengan koleksi 39 poin. Balapan terakhir di sirkuit Mugello, Italia, ada improve sempat 5 besar dan saya senang dengan hasilnya, ujar Veda Ega Pratama, Selasa, 25 Juni 2024. Kampiun Asia Talent Cup 2023 ini mengakui, meski konsisten berada di 8 besar pada balapan seri ketiga itu, namun sejatinya dia bisa lebih baik lagi. Tapi masih belum maksimal, masih banyak yang perlu dipelajari tentunya dan minggu ini saya juga akan membalap lagi, imbuh Veda Ega Pratama. Pembalap asal Gunung Kidul, Veda Ega Pratama, akan tampil di seri keempat balapan Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup 2024. Dia membidik podium perdana di kejuaraan ini. Seri keempat Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup 2024 bakal dihelat di sirkuit Assen, Belanda, pada Sabtu, 29 Juni 2024, dan Minggu, 30 Juni 2024. Target ke depan semoga saya bisa podium perdana di Belanda minggu ini. Atau malah bisa nomor 1, ungkap Veda Ega Pratama, Selasa, 25 Juni 2024. Pada seri sebelumnya di sirkuit Mugello, Italia, Veda tampil cukup impresif. Dia finish di peringkat kelima pada race 1 dan finish di peringkat 8 pada race 2. Dengan catatan ini, pembalap berusia 15 tahun itu berada di peringkat ke-8 dengan 39 poin di klasemen sementara Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup 2024. Hasil itu lantas menjadi modal bagi Veda tampil di seri keempat di Belanda. Juara Asia Talent Cup 2023 itu berharap bisa konsisten di balapan selanjutnya. Pembalap Indonesia, Veda Ega Pratama terpilih sebagai salah satu peserta Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024. Ia promosi bersama wakil Asia lainnya, Jakre Ebhat Puetisan. Dorna tergerak memberikan akses langsung ke kancah kompetisi Eropa kepada pembalap muda binaan Astra Honda Racing Team itu berkat grafik prestasi yang meningkat. Dalam debutnya, di Idemitsu Asia Talent Cup, Veda berhasil mengumpulkan 3 kemenangan meski dibayangi cedera. Ia pun finish di peringkat ketiga klasemen. Pada edisi berikutnya, pembalap asal Gunung Kidul tersebut tampil lebih garang. Kemenangan telak dicapainya dengan koleksi 256 poin atau unggul 103 dari rival terdekatnya Amon Odaki. Ia memenangi 9 dari 12 putaran dan menggondol mahkota juara ITC 2023. Perolehan poin Veda memecahkan rekor milik Ayumu Sasaki, dengan 203 poin, yang dicetak pada 2015. Pembalap Indonesia Veda Ega Pratama kembali menunjukkan potensinya di ajang Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024.